As we grow older, many people believe that happiness slowly fades away, that energy declines, worries increase, and peace becomes harder to find. But the truth is, some seniors remain incredibly calm, cheerful, and full of life, no matter their age. They laugh easily, move gracefully, and wake up every day with gratitude in their hearts. What makes them different? It isn't luck. It's a set of small, powerful habits anyone can begin at any age. Peaceful seniors know that their health and their happiness start in the same place, the mind. Instead of worrying about what's gone, they focus on what remains. The ability to breathe, to walk, to talk, to love, to notice the beauty in small things. They've learned that stress steals more years than age ever could, so they practice letting go of grudges, regrets, and the need to control everything. They smile more, complain less, and forgive quickly because they know peace is a choice, not a gift. Peace truly begins in the mind, and as people grow older, this truth becomes more evident than ever. Many seniors who radiate calmness are not those who had the easiest lives or the best health. They are the ones who learned to manage their inner world with grace. They discovered that peace is not something that appears when life is perfect, but something that grows when the mind learns to accept life as it is. With age comes the awareness that time is precious, and that holding on to worry or resentment only wastes the moments that remain. The most peaceful older adults understand that they cannot change the past, and they no longer try to control every future event. Instead, they focus on the present moment, one breath, one smile, one gentle choice at a time. This mindset does not come overnight. It is built through years of learning to let go. Older adults who stay calm often have faced loss, pain, and uncertainty. But instead of letting these experiences harden them, they allow them to soften the heart. They forgive easily because they know bitterness only harms the one who carries it. They choose gratitude even for small things like a quiet morning, a kind word, or a cup of warm tea. By noticing these small gifts, they train their minds to see what is right instead of what is missing. Peaceful seniors also understand that worry is endless if it is fed. They stop replaying painful conversations and stop trying to please everyone. They accept that not everyone will understand them, not everyone will stay, and not everything will go as planned. And that's okay. Their calmness is not indifference. It is wisdom. They know that every storm passes, every emotion changes, and every difficulty becomes easier when faced with a steady heart. When frustration comes, they breathe deeply and remind themselves that they have survived worse days before. This quiet confidence becomes their strength. They also spend time nourishing their minds. Instead of dwelling on problems, they read inspiring words, reflect on meaningful memories, or engage in simple acts of mindfulness like watering a plant or watching the sunrise. These small rituals center the mind and remind them that peace is built from ordinary moments. They keep their surroundings calm too, not cluttered with noise, arguments, or unnecessary drama. Their homes often mirror their minds, simple, organized, and filled with warmth. Another part of mental peace comes from self-compassion. Many older people grew up believing they had to be strong for everyone else, but the most peaceful among them learned that kindness toward themselves is not weakness. They no longer punish themselves for mistakes or compare their lives with others. They treat their aging bodies with respect and patience, accepting the wrinkles and the slower pace as natural signs of wisdom. They find beauty in simplicity, comfort in routine, and joy in the act of just being alive. In their calmness, these seniors teach others that happiness is not something you chase. It's something you cultivate inside your thoughts every day. When the mind learns to let go, to accept, and to appreciate, peace becomes as natural as breathing, regardless of age or circumstance. Simple. Mindful eating becomes one of the quiet foundations of lasting health and peace as people grow older. Seniors who remain energetic and calm often share one important habit. They treat eating as a form of care, not as a task. They understand that food is more than fuel. It is a message to the body and mind. Instead of following complicated diets or constantly worrying about what they should avoid, they focus on balance, moderation, and awareness. They enjoy meals slowly, savoring the flavors, appreciating the effort that went into preparing them, and stopping when their body feels satisfied. This mindful rhythm helps their digestion, keeps their weight steady, and allows them to truly enjoy what they eat without guilt or restriction. Peaceful older adults usually prefer simple, natural foods. Their plates are colorful with vegetables, fruits, grains, and light sources of protein like beans, fish, or eggs. They have learned through experience that the body responds best to what the earth provides in its purest form. They avoid processed snacks not because someone told them to, but because they have noticed how such foods make them feel tired or bloated. Over the years, they have developed a quiet relationship with their own body. They listen carefully to its signals. When they feel thirsty, they drink water instead of soda. When they crave something sweet, they reach for a piece of fruit instead of a sugary dessert. These small, consistent choices build strength over time. They do not eat in a rush. Many have turned mealtime into a peaceful ritual. Before they take the first bite, they pause for a moment of gratitude. For the food, for the hands that prepared it, and for the fact that they can still taste and nourish themselves. This act of mindfulness calms the mind, reduces stress hormones, and improves the body's ability to digest. Eating slowly also helps them recognize when they are full, preventing overeating and the sluggishness that follows heavy meals. The calm rhythm of eating becomes part of their overall mental peace, a small daily reminder that life is not to be hurried. They also know that food is deeply connected to emotion. On difficult days, they may make a simple soup, brew a warm cup of tea, or share a light meal with someone they love. The comfort they draw from these acts is emotional nourishment as much as physical. They do not use food to escape feelings, but to honor them. They eat when they are hungry, rest when they are tired, and enjoy treats occasionally without guilt. This balanced relationship with food keeps their energy stable throughout the day and supports better sleep at night. Mindful eating also means respecting the natural limits of an aging body. Many older adults realize that heavy late-night meals, too much sugar, or excessive caffeine disturb their peace. They adapt by eating lighter dinners, adding fiber-rich foods for digestion, and choosing herbal drinks that relax the body. Their diet becomes simple but intentional, nothing extreme, nothing forced. The peaceful senior understands that food is a lifelong conversation between the body and the soul. By listening with patience and gratitude, they find not only better health but a sense of calm that radiates from within. Gentle daily movement becomes a quiet but powerful secret to staying youthful, energetic, and peaceful in older age. Many seniors who seem full of life are not professional athletes or fitness enthusiasts. They are simply consistent movers. They understand that motion keeps the body alive, flexible, and strong while still respecting its limits. For them, exercise is not about intensity or competition, but about connection. Connecting breath with movement, mind with body, and purpose with presence. Even light activity, done regularly, can transform how they feel each day. The body thrives on circulation, and small actions like stretching in the morning, walking after meals, or practicing balance exercises help maintain mobility and independence. As people grow older, they often fear movement because they associate it with injury or exhaustion. Yet the peaceful senior knows the opposite is true. The less the body moves, the stiffer and weaker it becomes. Gentle exercise brings circulation to the joints, keeps muscles strong enough to support posture, and stimulates the brain with fresh oxygen. A short daily routine can lift the mood, reduce anxiety, and ease the tension that builds from inactivity. Some choose to start their day with a few deep stretches, reaching toward the ceiling, rolling their shoulders, or rotating their ankles. Others enjoy a morning walk where they feel the rhythm of their steps align with the rhythm of their breath. This mindful movement becomes both physical therapy and mental meditation. The calmest seniors don't push themselves to exhaustion. They listen to their bodies, respecting pain as a signal rather than a challenge to overcome. They adapt their activities, maybe replacing running with brisk walking or heavy lifting with gentle resistance bands. They stay consistent rather than extreme, understanding that regularity matters far more than intensity. This steady movement helps improve balance, preventing falls, and enhances flexibility, making daily tasks easier and more enjoyable. It also keeps the heart healthy and the mind sharp, reducing the risk of depression and memory loss. They often combine movement with joy, Dancing slowly to music from their youth, tending a garden, or playing with grandchildren all become forms of exercise that feel natural and fulfilling. They don't see fitness as something separate from daily life. It's simply a part of living well. Their attitude toward movement is gentle but intentional. Every step, every stretch, every breath counts. Even on days when energy is low, they try to move a little, knowing that motion creates more energy. The beauty of gentle exercise is that it nurtures both body and mind. Each time a senior chooses to move instead of sitting still, they affirm their vitality and independence. The body thanks them with better sleep, stronger immunity, and a lighter mood. Their movements are often slow but filled with awareness, a form of quiet gratitude for what the body can still do. Over time, these small acts of movement become a rhythm of peace, reminding them that staying active is not about chasing youth, but about honoring life itself. Protecting personal energy is one of the most powerful habits peaceful seniors practice, and it shapes their health and happiness in quiet but lasting ways. As people grow older, they begin to see how precious their emotional energy truly is. They no longer wish to waste it on anger, gossip, or negativity. They realize that peace does not come from the absence of problems, but from choosing where to place attention. Older adults who remain calm and content often do so by creating emotional boundaries that keep their inner world clear and steady. They understand that the mind can be easily disturbed by noise, arguments, or the constant rush of others, so they learn to say no without guilt and yes only when it feels right. This practice of protecting energy is not selfish. It is wise. These seniors know that every thought, every conversation, and every relationship either feeds peace or drains it. They become more selective about where they spend their time and with whom. They prefer genuine connection over constant company. They would rather sit quietly with someone who listens than engage in loud discussions that go nowhere. They seek out people who make them laugh, who bring lightness instead of heaviness, and who appreciate silence as much as words. In doing so, they maintain emotional balance and avoid unnecessary stress. Peaceful seniors also limit their exposure to negativity in other forms. They spend less time watching distressing news or engaging in online conflicts. They understand the importance of staying informed, but they also know when too much information starts to poison the mind. Instead, they fill their time with uplifting activities, reading, listening to calming music, tending to plants, or simply enjoying the outdoors. These actions restore their energy and remind them of life's gentle rhythm. By choosing what enters their mental space, they guard their peace as carefully as one would guard health. They also know that protecting energy involves letting go. They stop holding on to relationships that bring constant tension. They stop replaying past mistakes and forgive themselves and others. Forgiveness for them is not about forgetting, but about releasing the emotional weight that drains their strength. They learn that peace grows when they no longer need to be right all the time or prove themselves to others. This acceptance allows their energy to flow freely without being blocked by resentment or pride. Another part of this calm strength comes from self-care. They rest when tired, take quiet moments during the day, and listen to what their bodies and emotions are asking for. If they feel overwhelmed, they take a walk, pray, meditate, or sit in silence until the mind settles. They understand that giving themselves permission to rest is not weakness, but balance. Over time, these practices create a shield of serenity around them. Protecting energy becomes a form of self-respect, a daily act of choosing peace over pressure, simplicity over noise, and joy over judgment. Through these gentle choices, they preserve their calmness and radiate a steady, comforting strength that others naturally feel. Staying curious and continuing to learn is one of the most beautiful secrets of seniors who remain joyful and youthful in spirit. Curiosity keeps the mind alive, and when the mind stays active, the body often follows. Many older adults who radiate peace and happiness have a quiet hunger for understanding, not the kind driven by ambition, but by wonder. They ask questions, explore new ideas, and find joy in discovery. They might read books, watch documentaries, try new recipes, or learn simple skills like using a smartphone or painting for the first time. These small acts of curiosity remind them that growth doesn't end with age. It only changes form. Every new thing they learn becomes a spark that lights up the mind, keeping it alert, creative, and open to life. This habit of lifelong learning also helps them avoid one of the greatest risks of aging, mental stagnation. When people stop learning, they often feel disconnected from the world, as if everything is moving forward without them. But seniors who keep their curiosity alive never feel left behind. Instead, they feel involved, aware, and part of something larger. They see life as an endless classroom where each day brings a new lesson. Whether it's learning how to use a new app to talk with grandchildren, understanding how food affects health, or exploring a spiritual practice, they approach everything with patience and excitement. This engagement keeps their minds sharp, improves memory, and gives them a sense of purpose that strengthens emotional well-being. Curiosity also nurtures humility. Peaceful seniors know that they don't have all the answers, and they are comfortable with that. Instead of resisting change, they adapt. When the world introduces new technology, ideas, or lifestyles, they show interest instead of judgment. They ask questions, listen, and sometimes even laugh at how different things are from their youth. This open-mindedness protects them from bitterness and keeps their relationships with younger generations warm and lively. They become teachers through experience, but also students of the present moment, learning from everyone they meet. Staying curious extends beyond learning facts or skills. It's also about emotional curiosity. They take time to understand their own feelings, to explore what brings them peace or what disturbs their heart. They ask themselves why certain thoughts arise and how they can respond differently. This awareness helps them stay emotionally balanced and prevents unnecessary worry or regret. They know that curiosity toward oneself leads to self-compassion, and self-compassion is the root of inner calm. Curiosity also brings joy through creativity. Many older adults who keep their minds busy through art, music, writing, or crafts discover that expression is healing. When they paint, sing, or write, they reconnect with their inner child, the part of them that once played freely without fear of failure. In doing so, they rediscover a sense of wonder that makes every day feel meaningful. Their curiosity gives life color, even in quiet moments, and replaces fear of aging with fascination for what still lies ahead. For these peaceful seniors, curiosity is not about staying young in years, but staying young in heart, awake, interested, and endlessly grateful for the miracle of learning something new.